a joy! This is a joy! This is a joy! This is a joy! This is a joy!
Come on, come all, the show begins soon. Actually, just as soon as I'm going to finish this sentence, but you'll find that out in just a moment, as in we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Night Show! I'm your host, your Grand MC, your Knight of Entertainment, the one, the only TK Days, Isaac, Quinnstep, Aeon, Orion. You know you can call me. I am your night host, the one who reads through the night and who travels through this kingdom of entertainment to push back the sound and put a smile on everyone's faces. And I hope you're ready to make fantasy come alive, gather support for the throne, and you know what? Travel on a journey. Because we're continuing our journey. Funny. You're not. I thought it was clever. We're continuing our journey of metaphor Refantazio. The journey comes alive once again. Well, this time no more waiting around. We're going. We're in a new town, Brilehaven. We're going to find ourselves an inn. So let's get on our trusty sword. Follow the map. And go, 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 go! Down this way, actually. On a boat! Anywhere you want to go, I can take you to the far bank. Merchant's Bazaar. Don't know if that's the right spot, but we'll find out. It looks like it's not, or maybe it is. There's something here. Oh no, it was just another point. Alright, so Merchant Bazaar is not the way to go. You like to travel around Brilehaven? Just say the word. Angler Inn Square District? Angler's Inn Square probably made more sense, honestly. But hey, if I did everything by sense... Since, I got nothing for you. I wouldn't be crazy. I'm crazy. You can see, and I gotta turn off auto because I can see it definitely is going. You can really see the king's face from here, huh? I realized it was slowly moving, but its coming to Brilehaven was beyond my expectation. I wonder why it came. I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we're being observed, as we've seen from the Coronation Rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better, seeing that the thing in the sky might make everyone think it's really about the kingdom. Oh my, it's Pie Day! I got nothing for Pie Day. Pies can be something good.
Okay then.
We better go finding an inn we can stay at. So back we go. Can we stay here? I saw you in Materia, didn't I? Another participant in the tournament, right? Were you planning on staying at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because the expedition everywhere is full up. After I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time. That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look for somewhere else. But wait, that gauntlet runner of yours, the one you had parked in the middle of Materia. Hey, come on. What sort of technology does it use? Let me in on it. It's secret. Wow, stingy. And here I was going to tell Dad all about it. Just so you know, I'm participating too. I got a real gauntlet runner of my own and everything. I feel like all of them technically do. That means if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. Look who's here. You're that elder fella from Materia, ain't ya? Guess we both got ourselves marked for the expedition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you, but... Yeah, but I just got tossed out of my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling So if come one, come all in. Pff, some joke, eh? Is there anywhere else to stay? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Corral Pavilion, where no nubby wonkers like Forden stay. Pub personnel is staying there, fat bloody chance. And there's an inn past the Golden Corral, but that one's twice as pricey. Remember say that when you find Louis, that's where you find Luis naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rouser crew.
Yes, but...
You think so? I guess we'll better avoid that one. Not like we could afford to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking you just standing. I don't think I've ever made a pie. What all could be like puts me right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn when there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle. I doubt we get much sleep in a tavern. I'm sure it wouldn't anyway, but not that this Spider's Den sounds much better. Back on the sword. I didn't try to get off the sword. Oh, yeah. You there. You have a look like you're one of my supporters, are you? No. No need to be shy, dear boy. Finding yourself drawn to beauty is only natural after all. Beauty is my creed. And more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? And whichever inn I choose for my beauty rest must be worthy of my replenished grace. Yes, like this Golden Corral Pavilion. Alas, I doubt you have blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room at such a lavish place as this. This guy's a jerk. I wouldn't want to stay at an inn full of people like him anyway. Fortunately, all other decent inns seem to be full, so we only got one choice left. I really, really don't want to, but should we check out this Spider's Den we've heard about from Loveless earlier? You know something? If you really don't want to stay at the inn, you have something called a Gauntlet Runner. Go sleep there. I mean, I get it wanting to sleep in a bed, but like, mate, they got a Gauntlet Runner. It's not like they're actually needing a. Because I mean, the Gauntlet Runner has beds and all that. Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I've got a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals, persecuted tribes. Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away. Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards. Teehee. This place seems really shady, but we might as well get a look at the room.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
Oh, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Louise.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she would join us?
We have to trust her.
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the days. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. Your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears. And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power.
Not really. I mean, if a beautiful person could fail to lead.
When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles.
Plus, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
A nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
Well,
We all saw the
people tend to follow.
the subtitle there, right?
This really doesn't bother you. It isn't right.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars. Without military
I don't remember you.
the crown's voice means nothing. When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Roussan tribe at its head. Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command. Hear, hear, for Roussan pride!
Are you gonna Roussant?
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men. We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open. Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter. We'll split their fortunes and toast to our help.
Preach it, Katharina! You're just what this land needs!
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
These candidates are all pathetic. No
Pierce
one here
sunglasses.
even compares to Lord Luis.
Luis isn't even in the running, lad. All blighters are free to lose into Sanctifex Fall.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel. 'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Aw, but I want to at least make a chance to make my speech.
When I'm king, pleasures will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round. Woo! Next round's on Loveless.
Hope you can afford it.
Content with their fool dreams. Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
That lad there, he's an elder, isn't he? Are you a candidate too? Well, striking you down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before. Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Wow.
I want to dress. I'm supposed to, I'll show it by my actions.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Hey, we caught a fish. I caught some weird, creepy creature. Falkenberg, this is your dinner.
Really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
By all means, let us try it.
Did she even look at it?
Why, tis delicious! The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
I guess I'll try a bite. I mean,
I wouldn't be able to try anything.
Outright inedible. I hope.
It's delicacy.
You just made that up, didn't you? Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
You need way higher standards.
I mean, a chef cooked it, so I assume he would cook it properly, no? I mean, I don't cook fish. I can't stand the smell, and I literally cannot eat it.
Maybe you remember me. Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martira, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
I had to do something.
Something like that, I had to do something.
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack so soon. So, do you have a head ready?
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
That cry is an odd one. Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought ahead. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is.
Rumor.
He's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on. Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Jonah and Barton should reach the city by morning, and I imagine they'll aim to find us on our Gauntlet Runner. Nearest ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head to the Gauntlet Runner. Bad time. I'm done for the day. Should I retire for the night? Let's rest.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The man's sloshed. Again.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
They'll come.
No. They'll come.
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
Just like last time.
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
Is something the matter, Barden?
They were here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit. I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears. Could have run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins. It was more than a chap could bear, I said. Needed a drop of the grateful grain just to get myself through.
It's barely any emptier.
Nearest cannot hold his liquor, apparently. Or he's drunk of emotions. Is that worse than the cast of Persona 4?
I cannot let myself
Getting drunk off non-alcoholic alcohol.
vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves. In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
A fog, huh?
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
I intend to.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne. At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20
It's the first 20.
ratings, will pass the first round.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with his and her highnesses of Oceana and Montario.
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that...
Wait, that's Hogenberg's family, no?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church. Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills. Presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
A brilliant healer. We've met, though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's
Damn.
on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood.
That just sounds like someone who does not know what to say.
Sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't
Man,
they?
I would not be able to compliment on this.
We still don't know about them.
Fashion just reminds me when sending a kid who's underage to wine country and going to vineyards. Not a good sign.
Imagine. The mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister. Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Guido, the head of the monk soldiers of the
respected
theocracy.
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
A stand-up fellow, my good people! Strength and compassion in one package! He's got the crowd on his side right from the start! Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I can.
And we have a challenger! Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is. Behold, the head of a hideous human!
Where's your proof?
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What?
Backfire.
Look at the thing. You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Now, everyone, let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down. Now, on to the next.
The size of that thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea?
Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering. Such is the duty of those with...
Damn, so he killed a giant squid? He can brawl? Damn, I want to fight this bastard. You heard me.
All I hear is gratitude.
Warden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
Magic. It's fine.
If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now. Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful,
Who the hell is Julian?
I think exhausting explanation. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us.
Oh no, that's what her name is.
Where's their head?
pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
The impudence! You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heismay? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
That's the infamous Heismay. The huge chief of all things.
This. After we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me. I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle.
Damn.
And to feed it,
Every moment they got already ruined.
People of my own city.
What? Absurd. Speak sense, woman.
Oh, it's just gonna be so
innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Bard, Captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well...
Even he's shocked.
We have our head, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
And it's unlike any we've seen yet.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
What will His Eminence Forden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
What? Right here and now? Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern. But I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties. Please, leave this country armed with the truth.
I will, I promise.
I will. I promise.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Yeah. There's a reason after a while I just went silent. That's not just because I like, sometimes I'll let the scene play. There's nothing I can say to that. The events of the expedition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
And Forden himself.
Yeah.
I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do, really.
Not bad, pups.
We were passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive show.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio. Luis's right-hand man, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his...
Actually not planned, but...
Was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
We only read it wrong.
We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it. It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Do you suppose we have his attention?
Last time he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
Oh, loves, I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you? And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Ooh, what you got for us?
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
Well...
Damn, look at his icon. You can just see, like, the twitch in his eye.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
It's not a done deal.
Still, it is a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It's in his Gauntlet Runner.
Inside his Gauntlet Runner?
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Joanna! A backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph! She defiles the very church itself. Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith. After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the Church is loyalty to the state.
I assume you have a plan.
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
What need does the
Damn, you know, I thought you were a honest man.
They will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence
Also, that smug look.
sure to reach even greater heights.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty. The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service. You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Getting used to hearing that.
Hello, a word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Luis's man. Night Prowler, today, come. A bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Luis at a haunt like that.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Luis's craft, eh?
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
The Night Prowler.
Let's hurry.
Well, they should be on the edge of town. I've heard the ferryman should know how to get there. Then let's go see the ferryman.
Rain, what am I gonna do?
Pardon?
How's it going?
Want to head somewhere else? Then it's my little boat's time to shine. Angel Inn Square, the Night Prowler. The Night Prowler. So you're the lot with those brothers we're talking about. I know the story. I'll take you there right quick. There we go.
Wow, look who it is. Appreciate you coming out.
So it was you two.
You expected us to roll out the red carpet right into our headquarters. Consider this a pre-show. Still, you really are just a kid, aren't you?
And you're one to talk?
I wouldn't go having a laugh at my big brother's expense. That's when I get to step in. Makes me points from my own life.
You are brothers. And he is the elder?
And here I thought the Magnus brothers' name was making the rounds. Shame that. It's fine. First offense and all won't kill you yet. Besides, Lord Luis has taken quite a shine to you lot. Before we let you see him, I have a question. I want you to think long and hard before you answer, right?
Getting sinister looks from the whole pub. I feel like I missed a line there.
What kind of king are you selling yourself to be exactly? Go on, let's have the pitch.
I treat all tribes equally.
Just like Lord Luis.
All right, a bit much. Ease off. You know there's a big difference between meritocracy and equality. You're not doing yourself any favors here, are you?
Let's drop the pretenses, shall we? We were all about impressing Luis, and we've done that. You're all about results, aren't you?
You'll answer the question from me too. Why do you want to serve Master Luis? No lies now.
I don't like Forden or his church.
Forden or his church. Too right. They have no idea what justice is. Ah, but you had a sanctoress publicly executed so you could get ahead.
I mean, I didn't plan to have her executed.
I expect everyone to take our side. We're just here to right wrongs, that's all.
Whatever. You got some brasty, I'll give you that much. Already got more accomplished than Agdal ever did. You seem like the types to make yourselves useful.
Not many get Ardel's blessing. It's worth celebrating that. For now. You're in.
Someone like you should already know what it's like. The minority tribes face walls and barriers everywhere they look in society. Our greatest hope rides with Master Luis. We'll do whatever it takes to make him king, and starting today, so will you.
Sure.
Come on then. Master Luis is waiting for you inside his gauntlet runner, the Caradrius.
And no funny business up there, yeah? Nothing gets past the king's magic, and Lord Luis is one of the top candidates. We've captured some, what, 10 odd assassins now? Lord Luis uses them for magic experiments, and, well, you know how that ends.
We finally have access to Luis's headquarters.
It's a valuable opportunity. Ideally, while most of our group is meeting with Luis, someone else can do a quick search inside.
But it doesn't even say what.
Wait, me?
There's no one more suitable. Anyone else, and he'd question their absence.
You're putting a solo infiltration on my tiny shoulders?
The fact she's tiny is also even better.
But fine, I'll do it.
Once we're in the Skyrunner, we'll assess the situation, then deal with our own tasks.
Where?
It's already sunset. Time flies by so fast. Luis's gauntlet runner, the Charteris, is stationed in Warship Harbor. Let's take a ferry to get over there. We're right by the ferry. Rare to see sober folks around these parts, but I appreciate it. Where are you off to then? Warship Harbor. Charteris front. You want to go to Warship Harbor? That's no place to visit after a piss. But alright, mind yourself and climb aboard.
Incredible.
Well, it didn't just hit me until we got right up close to it, but this runner really is huge. Wait, over here. Keep your head out of the clouds, will ya? You bumpkins can fawn over the Charteris all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway, well, with Soray and all. Soray, what's that? Hey, boss, how about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me, I'll give you the grand tour. Oh, and a friendly warning, be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you will dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, dead on the spot. Got it? Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Luis is in the reception room. You don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off. Check
sword.
Got it.
Here, go on it in. Don't wander off, not until you get used to it. This place can be a real maze.
Oh, yeah?
Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched. Like it or not, an elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as them all for now, so stand tall.
You're not serious.
No sword.
Got it.
The reception is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What was that? Happens to everyone. Is this some sort of magical controlled locking mechanism? Keeps a suspicious element out, you know, like bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins. Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around? Yet there's just some keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner, then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first.
Evidently.
Keys only given to ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove to be difficult without those in our possession. We'll need to acquire them then. Oh, already getting treacherous whispers among yourselves? Hey, quit with the gossip and get on already.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. Just forget we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now that what we've got here, are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the Count's men. No. They got Lord Luis's approval. If that's not enough for you, I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What's these pissants against me? I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now, and they'd be wiping you off the walls. I'll leave it out, Xanath. Get your ass back to your post. That's an order. Just get this to your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I'll give you 3 days at most till you run home. Tails between your legs.
Seriously.
You gonna stand there or are you gonna move? Come on.
Here.
This would be Lord Luis's quarters. If the reception room lasts, he'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he? Which is not wrong. Lord Luis is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey.
Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for this formula. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You stay safe too. See you soon. I hope.
A beautiful city, Brilehaven. But it is its identity I truly respect. Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War. If your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm. Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive. You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else. Instead, I would hear what you wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come.
Here we go.
Did you kill the royal?
My dagger laid buried in the king's chest until his mortal husk entered the casket.
Then you don't deny it?
I never sought to. I presumed Forden would be more than happy to announce it. But I've heard nothing. The man preyed enough on the state government. Perhaps he feared I would be hailed as a hero instead of derided as a killer. Ever the paragon of cowardice. It is clear no small conviction drives you. Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
Oh, he doesn't even deny it. But he only said he killed the king. Odd.
This is a heart of magic silver.
cut your finger and let the blood fall. A proper rite of loyalty. Shows how all our blood flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole limb.
You hesitate. Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray. But power and order trumps all. That is the crux of my rule.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our campaign. You should feel honored.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying. In the meantime, do as you will.
I wonder how Galca's search is going.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
You soldier.
They're coming this way! I have to hide! Is this the other side of that door?
Looks like she found a way.
A place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming? Figures they'd show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters, and we thought in case you needed.
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well, I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns? Oh, the things you would hear. How awkward for us both.
You mean... Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How were these arranged again?
A magic spell? Is that the formula? Just my luck. I can't carry out something that big, and now I know where it is.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
I worry for Galca. Perhaps we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back!
Phew. You're clearly bursting with good news, too.
I know, right?
Hey, curious news, probably.
I found where the formula is! I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's
Nope, lost my
private
headphones.
quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but It might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks. The crew quarters, either the starboard or port corridor, and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less people around.
If we need it less crowded, then how about the night of the soiree? Surely it would be a skeleton crew.
Apparently the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers he as runner are bound to have duties in that town that day.
Have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
Maybe if we just excuse ourselves for a short time? We've got plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded. This is all work we can get done in advance. On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip out, swipe the formula, then return by the shortest route possible.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
No. I think he'd be our best bet.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about. He's bound to notice any absence. If we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
You'll be in more danger than I.
One's in the most danger, won't you?
I can hardly deny it. You're right. And I'm well aware of the fact.
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength. But he was rather full of himself. Yes, Sergeant Zaneth, or whatever. He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder, he might be in charge of one of the runner sectors. That'd be unfortunate. I can tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he'd simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in the more details in the morning.
Look at that.
If I'm done for the day, I should retire for the night.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now then.
Now, starting to we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the key. The team they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their keys from them, and push forward. We need to attack a short, decisive encounter in order. Is the order of the day. If they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well. Luis's subordinates have attained their ranks through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiations may still be on the table. This is a new challenge. This is a challenge unlike any we've faced so far. Right, a new situation calls for new tactics. We ought to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the likes, or we may end up over our heads. Maybe we could also dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows, they might have a weakness we can exploit. Well then, before we secure our route to his quarters, it sounds like we're going to have to do some digging before the day of the soiree.
Let's focus.
We have 20 days left. We're going to do definitely some fights.
Let's head there.
Luis's Gauntlet Runner, huh? That's right, they'll surely die. Must my hands always be so stained with blood of children? What the fuck? Sorry, blood and children? Oh, I seen you somewhere before. Now that I mention it, I do recall seeing an older boy at the exhibition. One that looks like to be the same age. They say you've been traveling across the country, helping all those in need. If that's true, then may I ask for your aid as well? During a training exercise, the city guard corps were ambushed by a human. There were many casualties, and especially among the youngest recruits. I need special medicine to save them, but the shop stock are exhausted. I can't make it myself. It requires ingredients only found with the monster-infested forest. I'll get them. You will do it? Truly, I cannot thank you enough. The medicine is derived from a fruit called the dragon thistle berry. Here it grows in the Gracia Forest. Perhaps it would be wise to learn about the monsters that inhabit that place first, and inform me no more. One dragon thistleberry isn't going to be enough to save everyone. So I'll need 7. I know it'll be difficult, but lives depend on it.
Let's give it a shot.
I gotcha.
Whoa.
This must be the Gracia Forest. There should be places to park the runner between the trees.
This place.
But we still have other places to go. Just have to remember where the hell's the recruitment center in this place.
Let's go.
Yo. Damn it, my clients are expecting delivery soon, and these fool horns are hardly an ideal canvas for my outstanding workmanship. Hey, what do you got to hollering like that? Oh, I'm simply a craftsman who takes pride in my exacting details and peerless skills. I take monster horns and engrave them, transforming them into beautiful ornaments. My techniques have progressed to the level where these meddling horns can't withstand the intricate level of detail that I try to grace them with. They fall apart as I'm working.
Yeah?
That's too bad. If only there was a horn that was tough enough to withstand your technique. Oh, but that's the thing. There is a horn worthy of my skill. Apparently, within the Forsaken Tower, there's a giant called Ogress, whose horn surpasses all other. But that tower is infested with monsters. The ebony horn is basically impossible for a normal person to retrieve. I think the task could only be completed by someone who demonstrated a great amount of valor at the exhibition of the brave. If only someone like that was about... I'll do it. Oh, can it be? Now that I got a better look at you. It is. You're the young candidate that everyone is talking about. Yes, of course you could save me in my darkest hour. What's with the air? It's obvious he recognized you right away. Whatever. You're going to give us a reward for this, right? Of course. My pockets are overflowing with advance payments from countless patrons of the arts. Like I mentioned, you can find Ogress within the nest of the monsters known as the Forsaken Tower, located north of town. If you want more details, an informant will be your best bet. There should be one at the greatest catch. You know, the tavern in the Inn District.
Let's give it a shot. Gotta get prepared.
Great, let's head to the greatest catch and speak to that informant then. That's the tavern in the Inn District. Alright, now we still need to figure out where the hell's... I think actually it's up there. Nope, that's the rock, I think. Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Well, another quest.
Excuse me?
Please, mister, make me your apprentice.
Huh?
Apprentice, where's this coming from? You're that candidate from the exhibition, right? One of my friends saw and started talking about how cool you were. So I wanted to be like, you, mister, please let me be your apprentice. Oh, so that's why. We can't exactly take a kid like you with us. If you want this friend of yours to notice you, I'm sure there's another way, like getting them something they like. Oh, that might be good. It's my friend's birthday soon, so a gift would be great. We need flowers like from the flower shop. Oh wait, my friend wouldn't want any old flower you can get from this city. That's boring. I got it. I'll go exploring outside the city and look for wild flowers. If you want to get eaten, sure, if you don't want to get eaten by wild humans, it's way too dangerous for a kid like that to go wandering out there. We got a gauntlet right, so how about leaving this one to us? Leave it to me. You're really nice, mister. Then will you bring me a flower? You can become Will's supporter in return. Basically, you just gotta cheer him on to help him become king. Okay, easy. I'll be your supporter, promise. I'll just wait here till you get the flower. My friend's birthday is August 10th, so before then, if it's a flower from another city we need, I bet a church would have it. Why not stop by St. Mrs. Church and ask?
Let's give it a shot.
I mean, shit, that doesn't sound that hard.
Hey, mister. Say.
All right then.
Yeah, fuck that, huh?
I love it.
Phantom of the Deep. This one doesn't seem to be open during the day either. Okay, so that's a magic shop. Damn. And I thought I was being clever.
Let's go.
What's that over there?
All right then.
There we go. What you got from? It's all about the tournament. They should allocate more manpower into slaying monsters. Anyway, here, look at the contracts. Well, you're friends with Katarina, aren't you? She keeps pestering me to raise your bounty rewards. I can't say no to the best bounty hunter in the country. Just don't go slacking now you got a bit of a pay raise. Your voice within my mind. Huh, no need to thank me. I'm sure bounty hunting is calling your name too. Thanks to Katarina's bounty bonus, my reward money for completing bounties has increased. Nice, but you have more bounties for me. Ooh.
This is what I've got.
The bounty country this time is for Fado Lich, the apparition, a monster who's taken up residency in the cemetery in Brilehaven. He's made the graveyard his personal undead paradise, full of chock full of demons and skeletons ready to do his bidding. It's not just the undead that are under its thrall. It seems like also compelling a living beast to serve as its bodyguards. You'll need to fight both at the same time. I know how strong you lot are, but this one seems like it'd be tough even for you. Even after everything we did at the exposition, well, I'll just have to prove you wrong. Well, we can handle this right. Leave it to us. Promising, if you really insist, it's yours. You'll find the target haunting an old settlement called the Tomb of Lambent. Here, I'll show you where it is. If you'd like more intel on this particular Lambent operation, then you should speak with the informant in Brilehaven. The Lich is said to carry the extremely rare Chalice of Legends. Bring it back as evidence and you've defeated it.
Let's do it.
You know what? A Lich just sounds really fun to fight right now.
Let's see here.
The Tomb of Lambent is here. Pretty far north, isn't it?
We'll face danger here.
Here's where we are now.
Yeah, often thing was in square to talk to the informant. And that's it.
Right.
It didn't show us any price for hide and seek because we never actually got paid for it.
Let's go.
Okay, what's the plan?
Route map.
Now then.
How far do I run it then?
Danger.
We could fulfill a request.
Our task is to defeat the monster and retrieve the Chalice of Legends. Yes? Tomes and treasures certainly seem to go hand in hand. We may be in for quite a haul here. I'm not keen on robbing graves, but it does help fund our endeavors, so long as we don't overdo it. The spirits will understand. By the way, I think we could have gotten some more information about this place from the Brilehaven informant, but if you don't need it, then let's go. Here, the weather seems pretty bad here today. We might hit delays, so maybe we should get our told. You know what? Let's not. Let's think. If we're going to hit bad weather, let's save it for the night.
Until next time.
Then I will see you until next time we meet. What can we do for links? Can't do Oh, we can do something with Varden. We're quite in the predicament. I thought he was a night one. Varden comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. We should talk.
What?
It's you. How far are you in your travels for you to be in Martharia of all places? But I shouldn't pry. I'm sure you've got some urgent business or something. No, I shouldn't be making you tardy for it. Have you a moment? There's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. Like what?
Thank you.
Many thanks for you for being so kind. Myself, I just can't seem to get lost thinking about it.
The truth is,
Let me consult with you on this, brother, about picking a new ruler of the town. Of course, ruler isn't quite the word. Wouldn't own a land like a lord or anything, but still, it's a right important position. We're establishing a town governor, which is distinct from a lord. I think that's best for what's best for this town. For the most part, the townspeople agree on self-governance, as there's quite a lot of distrust of power after what happened with Lady Joanna. It may seem like the townspeople are turning to extreme courses of action, but the new lord will allow our self-government. Which is all well and good, but here's the rub. I think the fellow best suited for the position is this one clergyman. He's a fine man. He likes the idea. But darn it all, now everyone's claiming for me to be governor. You're suited for it. You're suited for it. So you think it's a grand idea too? Well, I couldn't disagree more with myself. I'm too weak of man. I've been put on pedestal as some noble knight who put everything to be right. Wait, that didn't seem right. who put everything to... Oh, I guess that's right. It's a dretch. A dretch? That's a word I've never heard before. Dress, I'm no here. I was all those things to a lot of ye. But I couldn't say but I could say that all day and they'd still want me as governor. Everyone wants to feel safe. They want to know there's someone nearby they can rely on. I sympathize with that, but I'm no ruler. Weird angle. Do I have what it takes to lead them? I couldn't tell you. That I couldn't tell you. Wasn't that the way of it? The world is incomprehensible, but I dare say that's what makes it interesting. I know I butchered that. Do you remember hearing that the closer you are to get to your break-in point, the greater you become? That's true, then we can't become better men without a challenge, can we? Thank you, friend. Talking with you has helped me to come to a decision. I'll represent the townspeople. Yes, I'll become governor and restore the whole place. Not sure if I'm the man for the job, but I'll give it everything I've got for the good of town. Because of my lack of experience, I'd be grateful if you kept advising me.
Don't worry your head.
I may not have the skills you do, but I'll serve faithfully so I can be a true hero in this town, like you. I can sense Spartan's extraordinary determination and faith in me.
I'll do anything for this town I adore.
Barney, you finally decided what to do yet? I know you can care deeply, but we're all sick of waiting. Don't make me decide I need to lead you. We'll rest easy with you in charge. Those sandworms have been a right pain, but you seem to take charge kind of man.
Don't you worry.
Too true. A sandworm attack would devastate Martaria. I'll work up some countermeasures. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Don't work too hard now, big man.
Well...
Go ahead and remove childcare from your job skills, will ya? They hated it when you chased them around during hide and seek. My wee ones were bawling and screaming something awful. They still cry from the memory of it. But that's how you play hunter and prey. If they screamed, it was just proof we were playing it right. But anyway, I swear to you, that doesn't sound right, but I don't think Barden would do something stupid, so... But anyway, I swear to you, odds I've turned to protect this town.
My thanks.
Thanks for your time today. I have to do a great deal of work to even begin paying you back, so stop by again. I parted ways with Barton and returned to the group. Back to the Brilehaven Tavern. Who do we got next? I hear a voice. I'd like to know more about him. Alonso comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him.
Interesting.
I'd like to show... No, I'm not going to read that.
Greetings.
Ah, well met. What are you up to? I'd like to hear about your journey so far. If you don't mind telling me you have certain information I'd very much like to know. Sure, I can do that. With an outpouring of wisdom, I briefly outlined my journey so far for Alonso. Good. Huh, how intriguing. I'm very keen to know more of these expectations. If you indulge me, have you some free time right now? No problem.
Yes.
Oh, you are marvelous. Thank you. Alright, follow me. I know of a great spot. Alonso asked me to tell him about some of the things that happened up to my journey.
I see.
I see, very intriguing. So internal force protects the candidates. For outsiders like myself, it's rather difficult to get a hold of the accurate information pertaining to the royal magic and the tournament for the throne. Information quite the weapon, you know? All the more reason meeting you has been such a boon.
Understand?
In fact, if you wanted to take down the other candidates, the most effective method would be investigating their family and homes for info you can use. Quite effective against blackguards who hide their misdeeds, naturally, but outstandingly so against good, upstanding family folk. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do such a thing. I know it's not in your nature, but still, not every weapon has a pointed end. A villain will always strike where it hurts the most. Like snakes, and those I associate with are usually the most venomous kind. Speak of the devil, here comes one such associate now.
Oi.
How's the client situation looking?
Yeah.
We're 20 at present. No delays securing their contracts. Arrangements have been made should any default on payments. So you're not all talk. You know, my lord may have taken a shine to you, but let me make something clear. One false move, and I promise I will flay you alive myself. Understand, Coolius?
Ridiculous.
He's an underling of the landowner. I'm working with. He's extremely cautious, as you might expect, and for some reason, he still doesn't trust me. Can't blame him, really. Said landowner is my true target. He's a foul one. He's been trying to take advantage of the struggle for the throne to net a huge profit. New fortune. Vicious sorts are all over the country, using the tournament to rise up in the world, and this landowner is their lender. Turning tidy profits, I am his middleman. Of course, the landowner only lends because he knows he'll collect. So when he realizes he can't, why, that's an awful lot of money disappearing into the void. And that's your aim then? And that's your plan all along, isn't it?
Now then.
I'll spare you the details, but the man's money will end up in my coffers eventually. It's a curious thing. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. When that's all said and done, it'll be his loss and my gain. And I do mean gain. Enough to buy a small village, really. Interesting plan there.
Well,
that's an interesting plan. There. Maybe there's a future for you in this line of work yet.
Oi.
By Alonso.
Yes.
Don't worry, he has my confidence.
Listen.
That funky you talked to earlier, he's snooping around the village. What?
Hey.
I gave him the slip before he saw me, but this is bad, Alonso. If they find out how you're connected to the village, then...
No.
My hometown or not, there's no way they'll catch on to what I'm up to now. They'll turn up nothing, and that'll be the end of it. We need to relax.
Yeah.
All the same, you should pack up your things in case things go south. I'll bring you the money to stash soon. That lackey of his, I hadn't expected him to move so quickly. He went as far to dig up my roots. Is everything alright? Are you gonna be okay?
You...
Push comes to shove, I may end up needing your help. You're a muscle, that is. I'm trying to buy my hometown with the money I'm bilking from the landowner. He's the one bleeding my village dry to begin with. Oh, fuck you too, mate. Got to make this piece of my deception succeed at all costs. It wouldn't save the whole... It would save the whole poverty-stricken village.
Hey.
Well, when you're free, how about you come check on the village with me? I've got a strange, nagging feeling about all this. Okay.
Leave it to me.
Sure, I'll go. Yes, of course. Thank you. I owe you one. You can feel Alonso's genuine gratitude and deep trust towards me. My hometown is a small village. It's nearby, in fact. If we're up to... Sorry, I just thought I heard something surprising. We'd head there straight away. Alas, I know you have a schedule of your own. Even so, I implore you, please, do not delay for long. I'll be waiting.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Luis's.
The day of the soiree is approaching. We need to secure our infiltration to Luis's quarters before then. We must reclaim the formula without raising suspicion. Then, at long last, we'll finally have the means to break the prince's curse.
Let's make it happen.
The prince's fate is on our own hands. This play is risky, but we'll have to see it through. 19 days until Luis's soiree. Let us proceed with the utmost caution.
It's really coming down.
I hear a voice.
Yeah.
No more putting this off. I must steel myself. Stoll comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. You know, it's still raining, but I'm going to do this at least. So we can at least make sure we get this done.
Let's go.
Going to tell her? Okay, let's do it. Oh, and what brings the young candidate here? Do you have business with the church? We heard you started offering something outside of the ordinary for sale. Would you happen to have any flowers we can buy? Oh, indeed. Now we sell the rainbow flower. It is not fresh flower, however, but a handicraft. Its redolent rainbow colors and soul-soothing beauty are highly regarded by the believers here. It's rather valuable, but I shall be happy to give it to you for a trifling donation. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything for free here. There's something about that's unusual. I bet that boy would happy to get one. The Sanctor did say it was valuable, too, so it's worth a closer look. Well, let's buy the flower, I guess. Although, honestly, that's not as much money as they imply.
Alright, where to?
Alright, Port Brilehaven. Now, where's our turnabout quest? There we go. Gonna tell her? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah?
Turn this in. Did you perhaps bring that rainbow flower for me? Here you go. Thanks, mister. Wow, look at it. It's all sparkly. This is gonna be great. So, you just go give this flower to my friend and say, I love you, please? No.
I don't know.
Hold on there, kid. You really think he should confess to your friend in your place? What if your friend falls in love with him instead? Well, that wouldn't be good. But I'm too scared. I wish I could be brave like you. You almost ran right out of the city looking for a flower. That sounds pretty brave to me. Alright, I'll take this flower and then I'll be honest about how I feel. And then I gotta tell my friend how great you are, Will. Thanks for your support.
Yeah.
Teehee. Well, I got a big heart. He's got a big heart for someone so small. You never know. Maybe he'll bring some more people to the cause.
Mission accomplished.
Alright.
That's done. And we're... Oh, no, we got more Magala. Interesting. Maybe it's just Magala that's given out at the beginning. Alright, now let's go finish off Stroll.
Yeah.
No more putting... Oh, I must steal myself. Stroll comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Well, hello. What's your plan for today? I get restless too, but I suppose it's important to let off steam. After all, what happened? I found myself thinking about my parents. I wonder what they would say if they could see me now. Only wish I could tell them of what transpired. Let's go now.
Thanks a bunch.
Truly, thank you. You've been such a great help. Can you point the gauntlet rod towards my village again?
You know, I'm truly blessed with good fortune. I was born into nobility. lived a carefree childhood, and I even survived a human attack. But more than all of that, I've met people I can trust. I'm further blessed in friendship. Sometimes...
Yeah, just like the other ones. End of the link.
I question whether or not I deserve to have all this.
They will talk.
If you have doubts, just prove to yourself that you do.
You're right. I'm the only one who can do that, after all. After all, I was only able to help the people here because of my parents' wealth. The inheritance just happened to be in the royal capital, and the people of Harlia were coincidentally in the same place.
All's well that ends well.
You should be glad things turned out so well.
I suppose you're right. I don't regret using the full inheritance as I did for a moment. Given a second chance, I would do the exact same thing. But I think I defied my parents in some way. That's my only regret in all this.
They'd have done the same.
I'm sure they'd have done the same.
I just don't know. Even during the attack, my parents shielded me from the fighting. They told me to get to Grand Trad with all haste. Grand Trad. And Geef said my parents told him the same. They wanted everyone to flee to the capital. And then the merchant in the capital was the one keeping the inheritance. Is this all really coincidence?
Your parents orchestrated this.
Your parents orchestrated it this way.
I feel like Will knew that a while ago.
That's true, though. Do you think my parents might have intended the inheritance to be... Oh, the family treasure. My father mentioned in the letter. He wasn't talking about the inheritance. He meant the people. A nobleman is the shield in his people's hands. Durable enough to protect them, but light enough to carry. Else what value does he have? I continue to find ways I never understood my parents.
Surely they'll believe in you.
In me. They had faith. In me. I'd always thought I'd been a worthless son to them.
That's not true.
I'm sure they'd be proud to call you their son.
Proud? Someday, I will restore our home. Everyone will come back to live in peace. And I won't let anyone take it from us, ever again. But this isn't about my family. This tragedy must never be allowed to be repeated anywhere. On my pride as a noble, I swear it.
That's Stroll's unrivaled trust and his I didn't read the poem. And his determination to change the future.
The proud noble Stroll, keeper and heriter of the warrior's virtues, by the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
I'm going to change the future with you.
What's he got? Increase. When Stroll attacks a human-type monster, critical rate increases. Grand Fantasy. Stroll is ready to acquire a new heroic embodiment. I just basically read that.
Thank you, my friend.
Well.
Is only a step behind a clear conscience. My parents' mantra has never been more clear to me. You keep moving forward. Do what you know to be just. And I will be just a step behind, no matter what. Look back, and you will find hope. Don't forget that.
The vision of Halia restored clear in my mind. I spent a moment enjoying the wind on my face, then returned to the others. Thanks to Stroll's strong faith in me, I now have the full support of the people of Halia. Damn, we're only at 40-40 now. No, we're back at the tavern. Can we finish anyone off? Nope, but we can do one with Heisme.
Apologies.
I have no one else to rely on. Heisme comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Let's go. And no, I can't do it right now. Why, hello there. For all the time we spend in battle, it's good to rest our wings every once in a while, eh? I'm thinking about the Yuji village. In some ways, there may be no better place for my son to finally rest. But I've been away for so long. Can't say they'd still accept me. I'm practically a stranger now. Let's just go and see.
Yes.
Right. I suppose I'll stop wasting time dithering and get myself ready. This place is just east of Matria. The village is hidden, so I prefer a quiet and careful approach by carriage. I'll guide us.
In days gone by,
Let me change a bit. This is my hometown. Apologies for dragging you all this way. Tadari, it's me, Heisme. I've returned, and I have something to discuss. Don't Tadari for long. You see, he's the leader of the village.
just
But I should warn you that you'll not be welcomed here. You might feel some hostility in there. I'm used to that. Nothing I'm not used to.
I apologize.
Yes, the Elden experience, I suppose. Nonetheless, I do apologize. Heisme, is that you? You're looking gray in the ears, my friend. The years were any kind of you, Tadari. Heard you left the Royal Knights, but it's good to see you again. Who is this?
He is...
This is Will, a traveling companion of mine. He's standing in the tournament up for the throne. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Wait, is that why you come back to the village?
No.
No, I came to see the cemetery. I'm trying to find a place where my son can rest. Your boy's gone on ahead then. He passed away before I could bring him here. At the very least, I thought I might let him rest somewhere within the view of the village. He loved running the wind in his face. Surely I thought he'd like the hill. I know it's not something the villagers would easily accept, but...
Yes.
I see, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me. I know the cemetery is sacred to the village. I fear you might be right. Let's learn how they would respond. Would you allow me to take the urn? I imagine that seeing it will prompt their cordiality, if not sympathy.
Please.
Alright, thank you.
Here.
I used to train here when I was young. Look closely, you can see the trees riddled with claw marks. I know because it was my claws that left them. It brings back memories. Of course, having shaken the tree, I get a swarm of bugs coming down on my head, and of course I go winging to Tadari about it. Adorable. So even you're a cute kid once. Not having trouble imagining it? The villagers are here. They watch us from the shadows. You focus and listen, you hear them too. He didn't leave voluntarily. He was stripped of his knighthood, wasn't he? Now he wants his child buried here? The boy wasn't even born in the village. Do you hear? That's horrible. I can't believe what they're saying. That's horrible. Exactly with my expectations then. If they decline, let us withdraw without a fuss.
Heisman.
I explained the situation to the younger villagers. Seems like nobody had problems with giving your son a place here. Indeed, thank you. Master Tadari. The urn of bones, it's gone. What? What is the meaning of this? A fallen knight brings shame to the village. I hear a voice from somewhere. Tadari's just too afraid to refuse him, that's all. I can hear you, you know. I can hear your every word. Sorry, Heisman, I cannot excuse the village's behavior. The village hasn't changed a bit, still rejecting outsiders, still shutting themselves away. Maybe I should have expected this. I left this place behind, I became an outcast. Maybe losing my son again is what I deserve. Still, you stood for me. You spoke in anger on my behalf, and in that is my soul's salvation. I can feel Heisman's profound sorrow and strong trust.
My thanks.
Shall I search the entire? No stone unturned. Doubtless that intrusion would only provoke further offense. But I haven't time to waste. You have my sincerest apologies. I shall take responsibility and find the urn. It is my duty as chief. No, as one who would see justice done. There's an unease in the village. For today, I think it's best you leave. Very well. As I return to the village in silence.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It's a letter and a war chest from Brigitte. On the path you walk, I doubt you can afford to turn down such an investment. Spend it wisely. Nice, free money.
Somehow.
Word is a great number of the city soldiers have been injured. It seems they had a run-in with a human. The group that was attacked was composed mainly of new recruits on a training exercise. Many of their injuries are quite grave, I'm afraid. Or was there nothing we can do to help? We've already taken care of a related request, haven't we? Let's go and gather those medical ingredients so they can treat the injured.
Did you know?
The day after tomorrow is Forgiveness Day, where stores throughout the city have the biggest sale of the year. I can't wait. Damn, so much rain. I hear a voice. I think I'm just a bothered Miss Fabian. Maria comes to mind. I should go talk with her. We should fix that problem, but I'm kind of curious. Do we have Barden? Okay, good. There's something I wish to speak with him about. Barden comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. So the thing with Barden, we'll get the next, at least the next event.
You've come.
You're here. Glad you're well. This man here is my aide of sorts. He's accompanying me. Accompanying me, see? I've been enlisting all the help I can get. I just finished my rounds in the town, actually. You have time to spare? Can we talk?
Thank you.
Thanks, I got so much to tell you, which is only natural when there's so many bothers about this place.
My apologies.
Make yourself comfortable. Let's see. I've asked for some refreshments, but oops, I clicked too quick. But it's a bit too luxurious for the likes of me, isn't it? I'm not used to that. Alright, sorry for all the noise outside. We're trying out some things to build and strengthen the town's security, you see? That's the whole mess with Lady Joanna. I was right, nightmare. I won't chance the faintest whiff of that kind happening again. You should relax a little. I'm sure you're doing your best, but it wouldn't hurt to relax a little. I just think we need to take a firm stand against any and all evil. We only stand to gain if wickedness is stopped. Yes?
And then?
Too many good folk here have lost loved ones. We gotta straighten this out. Make it peaceful so people can smile and laugh easy again.
Got to say,
Now that I'm governor, it tells me to take care of anyone who's disturbing that peace. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to start rambling about all these serious matters. What kind of host lays his burdens on his guests? I'll have some real eats whipped up for you. We must fill your belly and celebrate the newly secured town.
don't worry your head.
Thanks to you, all the wee ones are playing outside again, blessing us with these bonny voices of theirs. The job suits you.
I see.
Well, you seem to fit the governor's cogs just fine. Would you be well right about that one?
It was so long ago.
You know something? I once had a wife and child myself. Damn, it was back when the monster was tearing up Martaria from top to bottom. The town was in shambles. A hunting team was formed to destroy the monster nest. The mission was a long one, and what was I supposed to do? Just go home? I was captain, for goodness sake. So I stayed, and when I finally came home, no one was there. My family, I guess they got sick of waiting for me. They just left. I never knew how cold that house could be until they were gone. That actually doesn't sound good. Then came the incident with Lady Joanna. And I don't mean the part about the house being cold. The fact that your family had left, especially as far as we know. Because, see, what he's not going into is the idea that, you know, he wasn't good with his family. He said it's good like you had to do. And then came the incident with Lady Joanna, and so many started going missing, and I didn't know what to do. I was useless. First I lost my own child, then I couldn't protect any others. Wished I could be one of the ones who disappeared instead of them. You aren't to blame. It wasn't your responsibility to protect every child. No, it was. I was the bloody captain of the guard corps.
Leave it in my hands.
I won't let the wee ones ever live in fear again. That's my oath as governor. I consider us comrades. You know, seeing you as you're aiming for the throne, we both strive for a better world. I can't keep the truth from Barton when he shows such sincere trust in me. I explained to him that I entered not to seek the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. What? First the scheme with Heisman, now this? You play a long game, the lot of you. Yes, we do. But thank you, you couldn't have easily stayed silent about it. Yet you're confined to me because you trust me, yes? Then I shall do the same. I'll support you, Eddie, who to the same future as you do. I can feel Barton's resolve as governor and his deep faith in me. With that, the Honorable Guardsman Barton, keeper and inheritor of the commander's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Rank 3, we got... We can now study the general. And I think that's the one we need to do. Because I think the final one is Warlord. More skills can now be inherited by the... Actually, I'm not going to read it. We just get more and more skills. Although I'm not sure I'm going to mess around with skills. But if I tell you the children find me right frightening, they get scared if I say hello. Just the other day, I smiled at a proper newborn who started crying like he was on fire. I think one of my governor duties is to be well friendly with the townsfolk. But you need to worry. I'll protect the town you work so hard to save. It's a nice thing to talk about the town with you today. I hope we can do it again. I pray for your safety. Damn, that Barton. It's disgusting watching him play hero. He's a bloody rossant, fit for governing the town and not else. Someone like him governing is beyond the pale. It should have been me continuing to guide us to the rightful leader. Yet somehow, the masters are cheering for Barton. Have you done anything for the town? Because if you haven't done have you done anything for the town? I realize I don't know why I'm yawning again. I don't think I'm getting enough sleep. Goddamn daylight savings. Lost a day and an hour. I'm going to plan to deal with it. Let us discuss the details inside. I decided to return to the group. Back to the tavern. Now let's go see, hear a voice. I hope we meet again soon. Alonso comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Before we do that, I want to go see something.
What now? All right then.
Let's see. Do we not know where Morse Phantom is yet? I mean, we honestly can just do it in the dome already.
All right then.
Yep, the fact that it says we have a returnable quest just makes me think. I'm more sure that it's more.
All right then.
We've got more for more.
Now, where was I?
I feel Moore's presence. Go to Academia.
Well, well.
Since the present of new archetype, might I see them if you have a mind to show me? You've done a wonderful job cultivating the general. Yes, a splendid accomplishment indeed.
Incredible.
We did it.
All right.
You imagine Hound will become my strength? It won't, but it will get more Lagla. Our research proceeds apace. Thank you. Something still worrying you? Are you alright? Is there something still worrying you? My apologies. I don't mean to worry you. I get the impression something's weighing you down, though. I'm scared. The trees, I'm beginning to remember where this place is. Really?
What?
Really?
Why, that's...
This is where I once strived in scholarly pursuit, much like I'm doing now. Yet a crucial difference is, in the past, I'm certain I had a full team on my side. All of us shared the same dream. We labored to make our ideals a reality. That's what I remember, at least. That sounds like a pretty important clue. But if that's the case, why has no one come to rescue me from here? Isn't that strange? In normal circumstances, surely someone would have noticed something was amiss. What if my imprisonment here is for the better? Was I not locked in here by the kingly decree, but by the decision of my peers? Did I make a great mistake? Calm down.
Hey.
Try to calm down. But, no, you're right. I can only solve any of this with a mind clouded by panic. I must not run from the past, no matter what truths lie in store for me. My apologies. The prospect of the unknown simply shook me for a moment. All we can do is continue onward, I suppose. I can sense Moore's extraordinary determination and burning spirit of discovery.
May we both come to know.
Now then, for your next task, I ask you to summon your courage and open your mind. You must study even more varieties of archetypes. I believe you are well on your way towards the ultimate archetype. Hone your virtues as well. Our success depends on them.
This one's important.
We should study 25 archetypes. Where are we on the archetypes right now? Grapple with the anxieties of those around you and overcome those obstacles. Someday we may make our ideal world a reality. Especially, I'm 90% sure we're close to Soul Hacker.
Hello.
Which is at least one of the versions of the secret I have actually not used, which actually kind of surprises me. Yeah, we're at 18, so we're a ways away. Let's just do this. Alonso? His proclaimed I don't know. Big calling is to trick the wicked, lies freely and skillfully, using wit to wit in the information he seeks. Alonso comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk when we should talk. He's back here. Ah, well met. What are you up to? Wait, no, I think he was always here. So about checking my home village. I was wondering if now was a good time for you to join. No problem.
Thank goodness.
You will? Thank you. In full disclosure, I've also invited my collaborator. You met him before. Having grown up in the same village, we are as inseparable as brothers. I'd like to firm up our next steps and then head over.
Ridiculous.
This should do. The owner was kind enough to give us some space. My collaborator, that is, my good friend from back home, should arrive any minute now. He's late, and you've come all this way, too. Come to think of it, I haven't really told you about where I grew up. It was a beautiful village, full of flowers, not wealthy, but not desolate. There are cheerfully tranquility to it. Apparently I've been abandoned on the nearby road as a baby. The woman who took me in is my mother in all but blood. She's a pauperess, I'm a Nydia. We couldn't look more different, but she raised me like I was her own. She never stopped smiling at me, and she was always so proud to call me her son. I'm looking forward to visiting. I look forward to visiting. Don't expect much, or you'll just be disappointed. Mother's a good person. She trusts far too readily, though she has this uncanny ability to know when I'm the one lying. A mother always knows. Anyway, she was an easy mark for fraudsters. I can't tell you how many times an expertly told sob story was all it took to rob her of everything she had. In fact, my only memories of her without a smile are the times she would apologize to me for having nothing to eat again, tears welling in her eyes. That's when I started conning, you know? I decided I'd give any miscreant scum who was taking advantage of such kindness a taste of their own hell, each and every one of them. My latest mark is the worst villain of all, the land over my hometown. He's changed my identical village into what it is today. Sorry, that was more than I meant to say. Not at all.
Listen.
No, not at all.
Thank you, truly.
Oh, I see. Thank you. I'm blessed with a silver tongue since I was born. I can fool anybody, except my mother. You know, you're a bit like her too, strangely enough. I've forgotten what a nice feeling this is, being able to have a genuine conversation with someone, so thank you for listening. I can sense Alonso's deep-seated gratitude.
I find myself
Science skill.
to believe you.
More skills can now be inherited by the figure lineage in academia due to the effects of science skill.
Hear me.
Is calculus here?
Well.
Why, welcome, good sir. Have you come to check on the clients? You dropped the act, Calcus, or beg your pardon, should I say Alonso? You're from that village of paupers, aren't you? Did you fancy yourself some sort of hero with your little tricks? A cheat's still a cheat. We're the same, you and I, except you're the more the fool if you think you ever get justice. You have the money that belongs to the village, and I would see it all return to its rightful place. Is that not justice? Perhaps you'll change your tune after seeing the sorry state your village is in now. Your associate, the one you meant to meet here, it took some doing, but we managed to squeeze a few details out of him about your family. What have you done to my mother? Well, simply killing her wouldn't teach you any lessons, nor would it be any fun.
What did you do?
You can't change things. You can't save anyone. This one's on the houseboy. That bastard. Well, the distraught Alonso rushed by carriage to his hometown. Well, we are going to the hometown. We arrived at the village near Brilehaven. It's been set ablaze. Damn, mate. Mother. A man, he asked if Alonso's mother was here. Don't speak, mother. I'll save you. I told him, that's me. You're my one and only son. And I love... Mother, I'm sorry. This is my fault. You always were so sensitive. Live on. Damn. Mother. Can you hear me? Please say something. Mother.
Hey!
The landowner's servant told us it was you. That you were chumming up to the landlords to suck this village dry. When you put this to the torch, what the hell did we ever do to you? It's my fault. I can pay for the reconstruction. I have the money, so I'll give. You trade your mother's life for that money. I didn't keep your blood money, you filthy murderer. Wait, please, take the money, use it for the village, and bury her. The only one who belongs in the grave is you. Damn, he's asking her to be buried. Damn. It's the one part I don't like about his line, because I feel like it's too easy to put it on his blame, and I'm not going to say the rest. Yeah, you should have died instead. Burn in hell, you damn parasite. I'm just going to say this part just feels like a weakness. Levin always strikes where it hurts the most. At the family and home. I should have known. I said the damn words myself. People are never more vulnerable to tricks than when they think they're playing one themselves. I should have known. Was I blinded by revenge? No, I was simply unequivocally a fool. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. That's right, I'm just a parasite. This whole time, I've been feeding on my mother's life till there was nothing left for her.
I'm sorry.
This is... I understand this is Sperry speaking, but such a terrible line. I never had the power to change a single thing. Alonso refused to move or even stand. After ensuring his safety, I had no choice but to leave his side. Like, damn, man. That's a tragic way to end this. I wish we weren't ending on this one, but... yeah, we're calling it. Now, finally, it stopped raining. So on that note, we'll be continuing with our story quests, with our side quests, but not this episode. So without further ado, I hope you enjoyed our show. Share, favorite, follow, like, spit around. If you know others who'd be entertained by my show, send it my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget to subscribe. It can only help out the channel. If you're wondering what the benefit for subscribing is, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to share. Until next time, this is the Night Show, signing off for the night. Till next time.